Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Zodiac Source, Zodiac Lord, the Star Sword, coming as these two teams go head to head in this wonderful Easter match that we have coming up for you this afternoon. For tonight, we have Palace and Lone Centurions, two Greek Spartan-based logo teams. And it'll be an interesting one to see between these two teams. Need to fight it out and how they take each other on, as this is going to be a really good one to see. But we so far have Lone Centurions on blue in, but none of Talos in at the moment, which is a little bit worrying to see. So I have messaged Muscovere and Newton Horse that they have a match. This is a little bit worrying to see. Yeah, I do not have access to the stream title through a stream key. If I knew how to log in through a stream key, I would change the one manually, but I cannot get around to that. We are live and we are here. For Lost Centurions this game, there is Sparks, Saltshy, Shredder, Sparkfire, and Lizard in the match already, but we are waiting for either Talos to come in or for us to get another Sparkling to jump over to the other private. Either way, we will hopefully get underway soon, as I do have a match at 9. Which I've asked them to maybe stall for like 10 minutes, as it is the sister team of Lone Centurions, which is the last Centurions, versus Echo Japan, which is next. I am just waiting on these two teams, but yeah. I will tell Spark and all that to send you a link. Invite. Send him an invite. It's telling him to send you an invite and we should be good to go. Yeah, I am in my VRML channel waiting, so if any lead casters are here and they want to jump in, just go cast with me. That'd be amazing. I can hear myself a little bit on my phone. I know I'm working, so we should be fine. Yeah, I have the new Windows Store overlay with Spark, so I have access to play cards now, which is an interesting one. We may be going over to Talos's private, as Glass or Lone Centurions seem to be fading off, as there's only 3 in this lobby at the moment. We do have Saltshy back. Saltshy is on loan. We will be chilling on sideline view until everybody's in and everybody's settled, ready to go. So far, but yeah, Lone Centurions and Talos on the leaderboard. Lone Centurions are sitting at a healthy 22nd on the leaderboard, a nice silver 2 position, which is quite healthy for a new team. And then you have Talos sitting at gold 1, just out of their glory days. Kind of just relaxing for the time being, as they did get quite high up last season, as I think they were where my team was 8 last season. But they're kind of chilling this season. Or maybe the skill this season has rose a little bit from last season. But we do have Hollow in. Hollow, I think, is from Talos. If I do check that really quickly, yes, Hollow is from Talos. That means we are getting all the players in as we speak. Also, about creating spark links, with the next match, don't worry about spark links. You can invite me. I'll be able to go through an invite through Oculus. Not an invite through Oculus, but an invite through your tablets. So if anyone wants anybody for a match, we are able to go through Spark. So what we do is we open a spectator stream and then we just go through there. It's a quick, easy way to get in if we do not have a Spark link, but it will take a little bit longer as we just need to restart the spectator. So what we do is we let Spark populate and then we just grab a Spark link from that and we're chilling. So far we have 3 from Talos in. So far we have Hollow, Usual Sayo, and Snicket 1. There's a 4th, we have Jimbarine, Season 3 champion if I am correct. Now on Talos probably on his down season, relaxing, having fun playing some fun games. I have my chat up on my phone, I have my up deck working, I have my replays ready to go, I have my replay folder empty. I almost forgot to empty that, but I will empty it in between games so we do not get any crossovers of replays and stuff. Ooh, the Seb joining Invictus thing. I think it was needed. Seb is a highly skilled player, and I don't want to hold back any of my players. I believe that they can achieve great things with my team or other teams. It's just how it is, man. And I support his every decision. We're still gonna queue pubs every so often. Like, I still play with Lomit, I still play with Fives, I still play with Army, Jokerface, I still play with all my friends. Not as much as I would like to. But yeah. I think the dad of OC is Deadfoot though, because... Oh god damn, we are starting. Oh my god, we are starting, ladies and gentlemen. You just get over to the disc real quick. Took me a little bit by surprise. Going into it, we will have Lone Centurions with the disc first. Vitalis will be playing that passive backstack, holding it down. Lizard will be going into the right tunnel, holding it down. Nick is there with the middle intercept though. Maybe again, bit of a self-pass there. Forward to Sayo. Trying to catch that backstack is going to be pushed back though. Be an interesting sack to see as it is passed cross into trap. Picked up again by the backstack of Hollow and Jim. Going for the long 3 is going to miss though. Picked up though. And almost dunked in by Snicket. Snicket just going to ding it off the ring. He's going to jump around a little bit. He's going to pick up by Shredder though. He's going to get a stun off and he's going to try and clear it long. He's going to bounce off of Bowtie. Looking around a little bit, Snicket will be followed by me for a little bit before Jim passes to what seems to be Snicket himself. Snicket going to take it in for a 2. An early 2 might I add. A minute into the game. Early goals are good goals, as I like to say. Hopefully we see how these teams come out, as they are going for a tube stack. Seem to see, but it was a little bit early. Wizard is going to hold the disc, sending it to the right, picked up by Spark. Spark is going to send it up top to Spark Fire. Fire is going to hold it and send it across the Shredder, but Shredder is going to lose it. Picking it up on the floor, going to juke around a little bit. Yes, this is OCE. This is gold. So on the left we have Talos, which is gold. On the right we have Lone Centurions, which is silver. 2 very capable teams in OC. As the backstacks they come in. Sorry about that voice crack. Snicket is going to pass to Jim. And Jim is going to slam it in for a 2. Just inside the bubble. Pulling out to a 4-point lead for Lone Centurions. Seeing how they come out of this tube will probably determine how they take it. but a missed disc will be crucial here as Hollow goes in for it and it's just going to slap it just outside the bubble. Crucial mistake that can be taken among even some pro teams. I know I've missed the disc once or twice myself, but I have now just started to just relax and taken more mid-roll myself, but I don't think that can be taken in this situation, because every goal is crucial in this rank. Blizzard is going to take it and pass left to Spark. Spark's going to hold it, maybe try and send it forward with a bit of an interception by Sayer. Sayer trying to play a little bit of goalie in tube. But Spark is going to get passed across the Shredder. Shredder's going to hold it up and maybe pass it across into Bowtie. It will be Lizard picking it up, trying to duke out Snicket, but Snicker's going to grab it. Shredder's also going to get stunned out by Snicket. Snicker's going to try and set it down mid, but the backstack from Talos is going to be there and prominent. One of the training days for funsies. I was going to get on. I was on earlier today, as I was trying to get Kurga on, as we picked up Kurga for my team, but as Bottle Lock is tomorrow at 5 PM AEST for OCE, so we wanted to get a person to help try and fill that void that Seb left in the team of defense. It was interesting to see, but as it was Easter today, we couldn't really do that. But yeah. Bit of a reset though, but Jim is going to hold it and send it through the tubes on the right and left for the backstack to pick it up. Spark is going to be there to intercept though, sending it down into ramp. Going to hold it a little bit. You can come to a training session if I can get everybody on. Hollow is going to go through the goal. A little bit of a weird goal there. It's going to be picked up by Jim. Jim's going to pass across onto the shoulder. It's going to go in through Sayo though. Lizard will try to save it and barely miss the save. 5 minutes left on the clock. Lone Centurions will need to push something here if they are willing to take the lead again. Lizard will be holding the disc, sending it left. A weird pickup from Scout. Not Scout, Sparky. Sparky's going to hold it. Buffing across to Shredder. Shredder's going to hold it a little bit. Trying to bait out the defense. Sayer's going to push him pass across to Sparky, but Sparky's going to be intercepted by Snicket. Snicket's going to make him pass the Sparkers. Yes, is going to push up to Pac-Man. Lizard is a league sub, but that save though from Jim Barina, a little bit of a goalie moment there from just inside the bubble from a 2, is going to be stopped. Hollow will be holding it and trying to go in for the goal, but will get stunned out by the defense of Lone Centurions. Maybe a bit of a momentum shift here on the latter half of a round. Is going to be passing across there to Hollow, Spark to Lizard. Lizard back to Spark's going to maybe try and pass the Sparkus. Bit of a deep pass, but Hollow is going to catch it. Jim's going to maybe go for a long two, but it's going to be stopped by Sparkus. Bit of a mutual stun from the two of them here. Hollow's going to send it through the right side. It's going to be stopped by Bowtie though. Bit of a Geo playing the best defense it can play. Is going to be sent up onto Popcorn Trap though. Bit of a fight's going to happen probably with the disc here as Sayo comes to maybe intercept on Bowtie. These two players come up to push up and it will be Lizard grabbing the disc holding on Bowtie. Bit of a mess up there, but Spark is going to push for it and Sayo is going to get stunned out as well as Lizard. Bit of a trade-off with Spark coming out with the disc. He's going to duck Sayo. Going to get down as far as he can in his play space. The weird bounce is going to be picked up again by Spark. Spark is going to juke out the defense. Great jukes by Spark. Is going to be picked up maybe by Shredder here. Shredder is going to pick it up, but it's going to end as someone and going to go in for the early nice 2 to put some points on the board. Doing a deep pass to the left is going to be picked up by Jim. I'm going to send it down deep, but it's going to be stopped by Sparkus. Sparkus going to send it right to Shredder. Shredder's going to hold it. Maybe send it cross to Sparkfire. Fire's going to hold it. Maybe juke around on the shoe, trying to draw out that defense. A bit of a back pass to Shredder though. Shredder's going to juke around on the wall before passing cross, but it's going to, and Sparkfire is going to stun out, shutting down his pass deep into the goalie section. Bit of a bubble pass is going to get stopped though by the Lone Centurions picking it up. But Hollow's going to be there, going to maybe solo it, is going to pass the Sayo. Sayo's going to go in for the 2. Another 2. 2 minutes left on the 2 minutes left on the clock here, ladies and gentlemen.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lone Centurions will need to push back here to put some momentum into themselves for the second round. Lizard is going to send it to Sparkus. Sparkus is going to push forward a little bit. Maybe try and send it forward. If you're wondering who is who on the board, you have a key down the bottom just below the scoreboard seeing who is who on the board and who is who on the bottom right. As there is no map. It should be sorted out. Speaking of sorting things out, Hollow is going to sort out some more points for Talos, putting them in the lead by a little bit more.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Just checking the lag on the stream a little bit. I am really far ahead. That intercept though by Lizard's going to hold it for a little bit. Pass back to Bowtie. Bowtie's going to hold it for a little bit, try and bait out that attack. Intercept though by Snickers. Snickers going to try and pass to Jim, but a little bit of a miscommunication there is going to be a bounce pass. Jim's going to try and reset it though to Hollow. Hollow's going to be there for the reset. 30 seconds remaining left on the clock. Sparkus is not going to let anybody score as he is going to clear it back into Talos' half. He's going to be picked up though by Hollow. Hollow is trying to get it out as fast as they can. Snickers going to pick it up and flick it as best as he can with a back pass. Sparkfire is going to be there with Shredder. Shredder is going to try and go upfield. Bit of a pressure from Say is going to force him to pass cross. 4 seconds left on the clock as the first win is going to go to Talos. Absolutely gorgeous round by these two teams. Yeah, my little ignite things aren't working. I will have to replace those. I'll do that myself. But that was an excellent round by both teams, especially with how they played. Lone Centurions is a silver team taking up against a gold team, which has quite a legacy in OC for being quite a brutal team. That's interesting to see. What can I talk about as we have a full minute to kill? The goals on the backboard, like that one just there, was a brutal one indeed. And it is going to just end up being a great win for Talos, 13-2. Great scores from the first half. But as we do go into the second round here, first disc will be Talos though this time. Pushing back from the maybe quite dominance of Lone Centurions on the offense, but it will be a quick backboard from Hollow, picking it up and slamming in for an early 2, 17 seconds into the match.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
I'm gonna make sure I'm on the right channel. Yes, I'm on the right channel. is going to be sent deep right to Sparkus. Sparkus is going to try and send it deep to Shredder. Shredder's going to juke around, try and get it maybe taken off him by Hollow. Hollow's going to try and send it down, but it's going to be stopped again by Shredder. Just trying to hold on to the disc as much as he can with Spark on the cart, but it's going to miss it. Bit of a miscommunication there. Excuse me. Sparkus is going to take the disc with Shredder going into the solo, but Jim's going to slap it out, taking the stun like a champion. Thicket is going to try and clear it through mid, but Lizard is going to be there to play that mid roll. Bit of a miscommunication, missed chemistry from the first round could be making up in this second round. As Sparkus does get stunned out by Snicket. Snicket is going to send it down through into Lone Centurion's territory. With Jim there to pick it up and slam it into the goal. We're gonna go through. We will see Lizard come out of the tube with the disc, passing deep right, or deep left actually, to Spark. Spark is gonna try and push forward with usual Sayo in the tunnel. These two juked each other out last time. Spark is gonna go for the same approach. They maybe a little bit more adapted to it this time. The intercept though by Snicket is gonna pick it up and send it back. Lizard is gonna be there in goalie. Sparkus not going to be able to grab the disc. It is going to be there for the recovery from I'm trying to figure out who it was. It was Snicket. But Jim is going to be there to stop the disc from being taken up any further with Sayo. Just going to be there for the recovery in the backstack. Picked up though by Jim. Jim is going to lose it off the top of the pyramid. And Sayo here by our side will have a look as how they push forward. Will be Shredder holding the disc, trying to go into the goal, but is going to be stopped by Sayo having a goalie moment there. Great goalie from Carlos is going to arise as Jim is going to send it all the way downfield. And Snicket going to be there to try and slam it in for a 2, but it's going to be stopped by the Lone Centurions defense. Shredder's going to juke out as many players as he can from the backstacks, pushing him. He's going to try and push him, but it's going to achieve that disc and is going to try and push it as far as he can back into Lone Centurion's half. A pick up from Sparkfire. Sparkfire is going to juke it out as much as he can. He's going to send it to the left with Lizard picking it up. He's going to try and pass to the left tube with Spark going to be there. Is going to be passing cross though to Shredder. Shredder's going to try and grab it, but it's going to be Spark there. Pick it up instead. Spark is Fire's going to be there instead upfield. Trying to get it into the goal as best he can. Seems to be so many miscommunication and missed passes that could be taken. And Sayo is there to pick it up, and a catch by Sparkus is going to be huge. From Lone Centurions trying to catch on the momentum that they built from the last round, scoring some of the last goals. I think it is going to send it right back into Lone Centurions half though. Five minutes left on the clock and 5 minutes till my next match. We may see a third round, but we also may see a 2-round finish for Talos to take the win. I would like a third round match, as every caster would. Having just 2 rounds would be very handy right now. Bit of a commentator's curse myself. The Spark does move forward with the disc from the pass from Lizard. Lizard's going to take the pass back. It's going to be passed across to Ramp. The Sparkfire going to try and take it in for a slam dunk. Lizard's going to be there instead. He's going to try and slam it in himself, but the defense is not going to be stopped, as Hollow is going to be there to take it just around the goal, barely missing. Really close match. With 4 minutes 40 left on the clock, as we are not out of mathematical time or out of mathematical astounding, as both these teams are going hard, as Lone Centurions want this match to be theirs and try and push back with momentum, and Talos want the win. try and finish him in 2 rounds. It's quite a brutal tactic, but it is necessary. Going back to the backstacks with Hollow and Jim. There is that top of the roof pass. It's going to bounce a little bit, picked up though by Jim. Jim's going to try and slap it down out of the hands of anyone. It's going to slap it down the field. It's going to be picked up though by Snicket. Snicket's going to try and send it left though. Picked up though by the backstack. Is going to send it down. The goalie for a long 3. 0 to 8. 3 minutes 50 left on the clock.
10, 9, 8, 7,
Lone Centurions are pushing as hard as they can for a silver team. I admire the effort and admire the will that these teams have.
teams entering the arena.
Clark will be holding the disc a little bit, pushing forward, trying to bait out that attack, but it will be Lizard grabbing the disc from the handoff from Spark. Bit of a stun boost from Hollow is going to be passed across the Shredder, but Shredder is not going to be able to receive it. Doom's going to slap it again to the right side with Lizard picking it back up, trying to tell the team to spread out that offense that they need. But that offense will be stopped by the defense of Kalos. Picked up though by Shredder. Shredder's going to hold it for a little bit, maybe going for that goal. 3 minutes left on the clock as they need to push forward. But Jim is going to get Chicago'd for a 2 just inside the bubble.
10, 9, 8,
This will be one of the more rare rollers that we see with Kalos having to come out of tube on the defensive joust. Him sending it right to the usual. Sayo says going to miss it. Maybe a full court here, but it's going to be stopped by Spark. Just send it right. This Shredder's going to juke Hollow, but Hollow is going to duck himself and grab it. Going for a roof shot, almost going to go in. Bit of a close one. Shredder's going to pick it up, but it's going to be swarmed by all 3 of Kalos. Holow's just going to tap it in. For a 2 to 10 lead, 8 points ahead. Kalos are really holding on to the lead. They want this win early on.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
As we're just about to pass the threshold here of mathematical time of them only needing 3s right about now. They will need to play hard and shoot harder. This is the path back and forth. Shredder's going in for this 2. 4 to 10. Shortening lead back to 6 points. 1:25 left on the clock. The Lone Centurions.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Good words get better. Good words get better. Just get better soon, man. It depends what you stick with. If you stick with like a throat, I recommend better menthols. But Spark is not sick of it. Neither is Snicket going in for the goal. Widening the lead back to 8 points. We're at a mathematical time just about now. 40 seconds left on the clock. They could only score 1-3 and shorten the lead a little bit. But there is a miss. Snicket is just going to dunk it in for another 2. He didn't even get to finish.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
The Pingo were working all day and then going out night. Yeah, it is not a great combo, man. Bit of a headbutt this time. Maybe going for some last second points. 9 seconds left on the clock, and the win will go to last. Not, I was about to say last Centurions, but it will go to Talos here. After team will be 4 to 18. Absolutely magnificent match from these 2 teams. Plus, Lone Centurions did fight to the end to try and push Talos back, but it did not work. I was hoping for a 3rd round, but how it is. That absolutely magnificent game from both teams. MVP being Sparkus from Lone Centurion's side. Celebrating a bit he is. Jimberine will have Guardian, Hollow Hat Tricker, and Snicket will have Long Arm. Going back, I will have to go back to intermission as we are waiting for an invite from either, I think, who is it that we are spectating next? Last Centurions and Echo Japan. So if you guys will give me a hot minute, I will sort everything out and we'll be right back. This is a wonderful game between two magnificent teams and it's be exciting to see. Yo, I think we're good. I think we're back as we are in the next match ready to go. I am just doing some last minute setup and we should be good to go. We are in Last Centurions versus Echo Japan. Last Centurions on the orange and Echo Japan on the blue. Bit of a mix up as Last Centurions, Lone Centurions was on blue. So maybe the orange luck will carry over to this match. Pushing forward, we will have to see. It'll be an interesting one to have a look at. Oh, that is a bit of feedback from my phone holding the chat for me. Minimize Oculus, thank you very much. My update is working. Okay. Thanks to Mr. Tipu for providing this spark link, is as always appreciated. Either would work. Reset wins. Rounds, no rounds. We should be good to go. We are in pre-match. We are waiting for the date. Let me just get rid of my notifications. We should be good to go. Whenever. Ready whenever. Ah. Let me just make sure. Next will be Cosmic Legion and Astria. I have all my assets set up for that as well. We are good on that. Hello, Mr. Seb Shreds. And hello, Kurga. Good to see you here. Hope you're enjoying yourself as we go into the first round of this match.
10, 9,
Mayfives and hello, Travs. Hello, Logia. Hello, Vague. Hello, Brelix. I'm gonna change the brackets because these are gold/platinum teams. So I'll just do that real quick. As the skill is already prominent with Tipu taking it deep with Helium. Helium going in for an early goal. Absolutely gas the goal. Literally, oh, how fast was that? Didn't even give me a chance to speak. It was just taken in.
7, 6, 5,
Hey, Kel, how you doing? Making sure I'm saying hi to everybody. It's gonna be sent left though by Kaz. Kaz is gonna send it with Luke. Luke is gonna send it across to KVN. KVN is gonna be picked up by ID. ID is gonna get it stolen though by what looks like to be Tipper. Tipper's gonna try and pass to Helium. Helium is gonna miss it though, a bit of a deep pass, so instead it will be picked up by the goalie of VR, Luke. I don't know how to say that. I will have to have a look at the Spark in a second, try to figure out names. If I did not get time to familiarize myself with everybody. The early goals from Lost Insurance were absolutely lethal. 13 seconds into the match. Thank you for the correction, Jab. Thank you for the timing on that. I was not able to time it myself, but Helium may be going for the half court, but it's going to be pressured though. Bit of a pick up by Sharo. Sharo's maybe going to pass back to Clean Mike. Clean Mike maybe a slap forward to Tipper, but is going to be stopped by KVN. KVN is going to send it right the way back into Last Insurance half. Clean Mike is going to slap it back for a reset with Sharo. Sharo's going to be pressured though by the backstack. Absolutely lethal pressure. Helium is going to go for the top goal, maybe off of a 3. He's going to be pressured over Sharo. Sharo's going to stun him out, but Clean Mike maybe reaching the disc first. But the backstack though from Luke and KVN. I'm going to call him Luke from now on. The disc isn't so disorganized, but the 3 from Kaz will be coming out of nowhere. An absolutely well-deserved 3.
10, 9,
Avian, Kevin. Avian is Kevin. Good to know.
3, 2,
Bit of a slow outtake from Last Centurions. I almost called them Lone Centurions. Sorry about that, but Sharo will be holding the disc, trying to bait out that forward stack. Trying to bait out that pressure. Gonna be passing left though. Bit of a miscommunication. Is going to force the pass and force the intercept by Kevin. Kevin is going to go in for the 2, but he's going to pass across to Kaz, but Kaz is going to take it in for another 2 just inside the bubble. Widening the lead by 3 points for Echo Japan. Instead of 1 point, they wanted 3. And they absolutely took it. I mean, Last Insurance will need to respond with a 3 in order to push back.
teams entering the arena.
Absolutely nice shot indeed. It is pushed forward by Clean Mike. Clean Mike is going to send it across to Kevin. Clean Mike to Tipu. Sorry, I'm mixing up teams now. Clean Mike is going to get leached though by Kevin himself. Helium is going to hold it for a little bit, maybe pass back to Clean Mike. Clean Mike on the pole is going to juke down onto the ramp as much as he can. He's going to go in for the short 2, but it's going to be Luke getting stunned out himself. In goals for Chicago, 5-4. 1 point difference between these two teams. It could come down to a 1 point game at one point tonight in this first round.
4, 3, 2.
Kaz will be holding this, sending it right to ID, but ID will be intercepted by Tipper. Tipper going for the long 3 and is going to almost sink it himself. Is going to thing off the backboard instead. Picked up by Luke. Luke is going to hold it for a little bit. Luke is going to send it back to Kaz, I think, and is going to send it deep through the right side. Is going to be bouncing up top on the roof. It's a bit of an intercept though by Tipper, but that is going to be stopped by ID. ID is going to try and go for a long 3 with Sharo in goal, going to be intercepting it. Helium's going to be there on the roof as well to try and send it down as fast as he can. Tip's going to try and intercept Kaz. Kaz is going to get stunned out by Clean Mike. Clean Mike is going to be stopped by the backstack. Bit of a pressure there. It's going to be making him juke around on the floor a little bit. Maybe backstack, back pass to Tipper. Tip is going to try and set his team up for success here as it is going to be bouncing off the backboard. Tipper going in for the intercept though. Is going to grab it. Going in for the short two just inside the ball. Is going to miss though. Clean Mike is going to juke around on the ramp. Maybe going in for a short two himself. And is going to make it. It's only seeing the back of the net. 6-5, 1-point game.
10, 9, 8, 7,
Only seeing the back of the net.
4, 3,
That's all he sees. The Kaz sending it left though this time with Luke picking it up. It's going to be sending across to what looks like to be Kevin
pickup by Orin.
and ID, but ID is not going to be able to pick it up either. Bit of a pickup though from Kaz with a bit of a stun out from a pass through by Tipper. Bit of a send down though. Bit of a backstack is necessary. Tipper's going to pick it up, trying to juke it out on the roof and send it down before the backstack comes in. An absolutely lethal one at that, as all four players from Echo Japan are downfield holding it down. Bit of a bounce pass to Kevin. Kevin is going to send it in for a two justice on the bubble, but it's going to be stopped by Shara. Their own goal is going to make him pass across to Luke. Luke is going to try and hold it, maybe pass across to ID. ID is going to hold it for a little bit. ID is going to pass back to Luke. Luke is going to go for a pass to Kaz. Kaz is going to go for the cut pass with ID. ID to Kevin. Kevin's going to miss it though, making him go catch it with Tipper on his tail. Tipper's going to barely miss the stun. Bit of a back pass to ID on the floor. ID to Kevin. Kevin to Luke. Luke to sink it in the back of the net for another 2 points on the board. A beautiful passing play from Echo Japan.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7,
All they see is the net. Back of the goal. All they need. Last Insurance will need to respond to that, as it is a 1-point game and it only just comes down to one goal at this point. As there is 3 minutes left on the clock, who will take first round, as the 3 could actually change the tides. If Last Insurance get a 3, then it could come down to a 2-point game or another 1-goal game. This is absolutely crucial. Instead of who gets the last goal, it'll be who has more skill. It already is who has more skill, but this has me speechless and wordless. As Kevin passes across to Kaz. Kaz going in for 3. That's outside the bubble as an unguarded goal. Maybe that's all they needed to make it an even point game. Last Insurance will need 2 twos to pick it up and push back.
8, 7, 6, 5,
An interesting one to see.
3, 2,
Bit of a pickup though by Shara. Guy's gonna pass it back to Tipu. Tip is gonna try and slap it to Helium. Helium's gonna be pressured by the backstack. Shara's gonna pick it up. Bit of a pressure though from the backstack, an absolutely lethal backstack, or forward stack I should say. Sorry about that. My pronunciation of stacks is a little bit off, I should say. Throw me up a little bit. It's going to be picked up though by, let's see who, and it will be Last Centurions. Last Centurions to Helium. Helium is going to send it deep into Echo Japan territory. And it will be bouncing around close to the goals. Clean Mike will be there first. Maybe going to try and go for the 3, but it's going to be inside the bubble. Going to slap it in for a 2, but it's going to be stopped by Luke's head. Luke's going to stop it and is going to be sinking it in for a 2. Bringing this down to 2 points with 2 minutes left, or 1 minute 25 left on the clock as of now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
I don't want to close my mouth by accidentally clicking the YouTube link. It'll screw me up, but Kaz sending it left, and it will be picked up though by Kevin. Kevin is not going to grab it though. It will be picked up though by Clean Mike. Clean Mike is also going to miss it. Picked up by Luke. Luke is going to try and go for the long 3. It's going to be stopped though. Picked up again by Kevin. Kevin's going to try and pass it to Luke. Luke's going to try and pass it for a cut pass. It's going to be picked up though by Kevin. Kevin's going to juke around on the floor, but it's going to be stopped by ID. ID is going to get stopped by Tara. It's going to go everywhere. Bit of a ping pong game here. I do not know who has the disc, who doesn't. It is going to end up in anyone's hands at this game, at this point, but it will be Tipper sending it downfield. It's going to try and send it for a long 3, but it's going to miss. It's going to be picked up by Luke, though, from Echo Japan. 2-point games, 27 seconds left on the clock as of now. Egg Japan just needs to stall, just needs to clear it as much as they can. 20 seconds left.
Takes possession.
Helium for a deep clear to clean mic, 15 seconds. 15 seconds to make it. 15 seconds to make it overtime. And they do. Oh my god. We will see overtime.
Get to your launchers.
That is insane.
12,
That is insane.
10, 9,
2 minutes on the clock.
7, 6, 5.
Who will get the gold to take round one? This is the closest game that I've seen to date. Maybe this could take up a whole hour. Echo Japan up versus the disc, maybe taking a bit slower. As Lost Centurions were slow at the tubes, maybe taking a bit of a slower pace here. We'll end up on the roof though. Helium picking up, gonna slap it forward, but it's gonna be stopped by Kevin. Kevin's gonna try and juke it out as much as he can. He's gonna pass to Kaz. Kaz going into the short too, but Sharo is gonna sadly miss the disc. The win is gonna go to Echo Japan. (12-10). Absolutely gorgeous play from both teams. That was insane. That was insane. I am speechless. That was insane. Score by Kaz. Kaz, the captain, led them to victory. I wish that showed up because that was crazy. Oh my god. It is still anyone's game at this point, as we do have 28 seconds till the next round. Either team could pause here and take like 5 minutes to break each other's momentum. It could be a mind game at this point, as this is a very close game to watch and cast. That was insane. If this goes on for an hour, I am not complaining. I will gladly watch this for an hour. Ooh, I'm sweating. That was intense. The round 2 will get underway in a moment. Oh. First one will go to Echo Japan, but the momentum could shift at any point in this match, leading to maybe a win from Lost Insurance for another round. Helium will be first to the disc, but Tipper will be there to receive it, sending it in, but 4 players will be up in Echo Japan's end. Helium will be passing across to Sharo. Sharo will be stunned out though. Bit of a weird pass will be coming out of the tube. Echo Japan looking to capitalize on that momentum, pushing down. It will end up just on my right. Helium picking it up is going to juke around on the floor, passing it across to Tipper. Tipper's going to juke around on the floor for a little bit. Maybe sending it right. Or is that Sharo? That's clean mic, so that has to be the right. As that is the right point of interception. What a wonderful 3 from Lost Centurions. Absolutely crazy. I just took the words right out of my mouth. It's just crazy to watch these two teams. Is gonna send it left. Luke is gonna try and capitalize on the mistakes of Lone Centurions here, as ID does get stunned out by Clean Mic. Clean Mic is going to send it through. Is going to be picked up by Kaz. Kaz is going to try and juke out Helium. Helium is going to send it down though. He's going to end up in Echo Japan's half with Kaz and Luke there as the backstack as well to send it right the way back into Lone Centurion's half. He's going to be picked up though by Kaz going in for the long 3. He's going to ding it off the ring. Luke is going to be there to juke it on the roof though. Bit of a weird time to see, as Clean Mic is going to be there though to try and pick it up and send it down through the tunnel. It's going to be picked up by anyone at this point, and it will be picked up by Helium. Helium going in for the short, a bit of a slam dunk to try and guarantee some points. Japan could be playing a little bit more reservedist this round to try and Save energy for a hard third one. We don't know. This could be a part of the strategy to just throw second and push hard third.
Teams entering the arena.
As he's gonna hold the disc though, pushing forward. As sending right to Luke. Luke is gonna send it down to
Back the other way.
ID. ID is gonna be get stunned out though. He's gonna be sent right though. Is gonna be picked up by Luke. Luke is gonna hold it for a little bit with Helium on the pressure. He's gonna force him to send it back into Centurion's half. Bit of almost a 3 itself. He's gonna be picked up though by ID. ID going for a solo, but KVN is gonna be there to assist. Bit of a stun out of the goal by Luke. We'll end up in mid with Clean Mike picking it up and clearing it all the way down into Echo Japan's right side. Tipper's going to be there first with a bit of a green territory. Going in for the short 2 and 0 angle just on the right side of the goal. Yeah, Echo Japan won round 1 with an OT 12-10. My replay's broken. I think my replays are broken. That last round was so epic it broke my replays. Luke is going to pass across to ID. No, ID has a bit of a lag spike there. Is going to be picked up though by ID. ID is going to hold it on the floor. I seem to be getting good internet at the moment. It's going to be picked up though by Helium. Helium is going to send it down himself, and I may have just cast a curse myself. As Shara is going to pick it up, maybe going for the long 3. But it's going to be stopped by the Golem of Luke. Luke is going to stop it and send it right back to the backstack of ID and Kaz. Kaz is going to be there, but Shara is going to be leeching off his back, but Helium is going to be there to try and pass the Tipper. Tipper is going to be stopped though. Seems to be more in last Insurance Hub with the possession time going towards Echo Japan at this point. As Kevin is going to hold the disc for a little bit, sending it back to Luke. Bit of a reset pass. He's going to be pushing forward here. Seeing who gets the disc, it will be ID. Bit of a miscommunication and mispass though. But the stack from them will be crucial at this point, as it does end up in Echo Japan's half. Bit of a pressure though from Echo Japan, putting on the pressure points as they need to. Clean Mike is going to hold the disc with Kaz right in front of him, staring him down the barrel. Is going to be passed across to Tipper. Tipper is going to try and pass across to Shara. Shara is going to go in for the goal, and Luke is going to get Chicago'd 9-0 for the second round. Yes, it fixed itself. Thank God. Yes, we will be on Central Singapore servers, as both teams have roughly 100 to 120 ping. Sorry, I didn't have someone to say hi with a burp or two. Tipper is going to get stunned out with Luke picking it up. It's going to be passed across to Kaz. Kaz's going to pick it up. Pushing back towards the side that I'm on. Luke is going to pick it up, going to try and sink it in with ID, but ID is going to be stopped by Clean Mike and Helium. Bit of a leech, but Helium is going to clear it right back into Echo Japan's half. A weird pass is going to be stopped though by Luke. Luke is going to try and get it out, but Tipper is going to be right on his tail. Bit of an intercept almost by Clean Mike. The backstack is going to pick it up with Kevin clearing it down. Going to end up on the left side of the wall. Going to be picked up by Helium. Helium is going to send it right to Tipper. Tipper is going to juke it out a little bit. Send it cross maybe, and a bit of a self pass though instead. Oh god, what is that lag? Singapore moment. Singapore moment. Helium is going to send it right back to Tipper. Hopefully they don't have a repeat. They're on opposite sides this time. Because he's going to hold the disc for a little bit. He's going to push forward, maybe going in for the ID. No, it is going to be Luke sinking it in the goal himself. 92 finally getting some points on the board. 3 minutes left on the clock for Echo Japan to push back Lone's last Centurions.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're underway.
It will be Shard passing into the left with Tipper passing across to Helium. Helium is going to try and push forward. Evan is going to be there though. Shard's going to make him pass it back to Bowtie. I'm yawning way too early in the night. Bit of a pass to Tipper. Tipper's going to pass down, but it's not going to be able to be picked up by Clean Mike. It's going to be picked up by Echo Japan and Luke instead. Luke's going to try and pass down. It's going to be intercepted almost by Helium. The backpack though is going to pressure Shard to try and pass it deep as fast as he can. Helium is going to be stuck between two stacks, pressuring the disc as much as they can. It's going to be interesting to see what Clean Mike does here. Clean Mike is going to reset to Tipper. Tipper is going to try and call out for a pass. It's going to be passed across to Helium. Helium is going to maybe pass across to Clean Mike. No, it's going to be a bit of a back and forth. Tipper is going to maybe pass. A bit of a trenches match here. That'd be interesting to see. It's Kaz going to push him this time. Bit of a pressure was needed. Clean Mike is going to send across to Helium, but Tip is going to be there instead. Guy's going to call out that he has the enemy stunned, but Clean Mike is going to send across to Helium. Helium is going to be there, but Shari just has a mutual stun with the goalie. Going to be sent back with Clean Mike this time as the backstack. As the back goalie even. Is going to be passed across to Tipper, but Tipper is going to be intercepted by Luke. Luke is going to make him lose it though, but Tipper is going to have the disc, but he's going to be intercepted by KVN. Evan is going to be stopped though by Clean Mike. Clean Mike is going to slap it down into the diamond area, but Helium is going to try and pick it up the best that he can. And he's going to pick it up himself. He's going to maybe pass across to Shari. Shari's going to go into the short two, just inside the bubble. Passing play, trying to maybe root out the defense. Awful time. Bit of both. 11-2 is a very interesting score to see after the first round being so close. Maybe last Centurions. I'm gonna maybe chill the rest of the round as there is 30 seconds left on the clock. The win will go to last Centurions at a mathematical time right here. Bit of a pass up to ID. ID is gonna, not ID, Luke is gonna pass back to Kaz. 10 seconds left on the clock, 11-2. And it will be stopped by Sharo. 2 seconds left on the clock. It will be stopped though. By Talos. Not Talos. Last Centurions. Come on, I gotta get this stuff right. No, wrong one. There we go. 11-2. That was an interesting round to see between these two teams. After this game is over, I'm gonna chug as much Red Bull and sugar as I can. Yeah, Shari is a cracked goalie if I do say so myself. 11-2 is an interesting score to see. Echo Japan are known to play a bit more reserved second round, so they could play hard first and third. It's interesting to see. Pink Monster. What do you mean by Pink Monster? Pink Monster is not the best. I like the White Monster. A bit basic white boy of me. So we will go into the third round here as it is just about to start. It's just a little bit of a stretch. I need to go for a little bit of a run. I feel like I'm a bit of a boomer. That's interesting to see. 10 minutes on the clock. Who will take the win? As last Centurions are first to disc, maybe playing a bit more reserved this time as the disc is taken forward with quite a high speed. Clean Mike going back to Tipper. Tipper's going to try and pass across to a shield pass, but Kevin is going to be there to send it right back through the tunnel. He's going to end up in last Centurions half. Bit of a pickup though by Luke. Luke's going to try and pick it up. Clean Mike is going to be hot on his tail though. Bit of a crowd pass maybe to Kaz. Kaz going to try and grab it as best as he can. Bit of a pass and grab by Helium. Helium is going to be stopped though by ID. Helium is not going to be stopped though, as it is sent back into the path of Echo Japan with almost a goal being it off the goal, but Clean Mike is going to be there. Almost could have gone through a 3 there. Bit of a weird take on it, but Clean Mike is going to be passing to Tipper, but Tipper is going to be intercepted and under by ID, so it's going to be there instead. ID to Tipper. Tipper is going to try and duke around as much as he can on the floor with Kaz though. Kaz, the captain, is not going to be letting him pass. Backstack there from Luke, and Kevin is going to stop that from pushing any further forward. Helium is going to be there to pick it up, but Kevin is going to be hot on his tail. The send down is going to be picked up though by the backstack, pushing forward for it. He's not going to let it go in, but Clean Mike maybe going for the intercept though, is going to pick it up and be stunned at himself in the back of the goal, but Clean Mike is going to be there to receive it. Maybe going for a one-on-one with the goalie. Bit of a lag out moment there, maybe losing tracking real quick. As it is picked up again by Mike and stunned out by Luke, and a headbutt by Luke. Helium is going to hold it for a second before passing maybe into goal, but it's going to be stopped again by the headbutt by KVN. It's going everywhere with no end in sight with the backstack though. Going to be trying to secure the 2 for Echo Japan. Both these teams are playing incredibly hard for the third round.
10, 9, 8, 7,
Took ages for the goal.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Shara will be holding the disc, pushing, waiting for the forward stack to push, waiting for the pressure. Is going to be passed across the Tipper to Helium. Helium maybe waiting for the mistake and is going to receive it as he's going to boost off the back stack and is going to be pushing forward with Helium and Shara, and is going to be picking it up. Helium maybe going for the pass on the backboard to Shara. Shara's going to be there, but is not going to be able to receive it. Pass through the tunnel will be taken from Echo Japan, sending it deep. Will be picked up though by Kaz. Kaz going in for the short goal and is going to make it. We're only seeing the back of the net this first half of the round. This will be interesting to see how Last Centurions responds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's game on.
Trying to bait out that forward stack is going to be a bit of a weird pass. So it's Helium trying to juke out that pass. It's going to be passed across the Tipper to Clean Mike. Clean Mike is going to push forward with the disc. And it's trying and make some distance between him and Echo Japan. KVN is going to pressure him forward. Tipper's going to try and maybe pass forward again to Clean Mike, but Clean Mike is not going to be able to receive it. And it's going to end up in the hands of Kevin instead. It's going to end up across the wall, but backstack is going to reach it first with Luke trying to clear it out, but it's going to end up bouncing off the ring of the tube, and it's going to be not tube, tunnel. It's going to end up bouncing around weird in mid. Picked up though by Clean Mike. Clean Mike is going to pass left to Tipper. Tipper is going to try and duke it out as much as he can. He's going to be passing across to Clean Mike, but the Clean Mike is going to get stopped by the diamond pass. It's going to be intercepted by it, and it's going to be sent into Lone Centurion's half with the backstack there. Going to be lethal from Kaz pushing forward, but Kevin is going to be there to pick up with the 3. As I think I called it. I think I called it a little bit early.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Yeah, I think I called it a little bit early with Echo Japan playing a little bit reserved second round, so they can push forward third round. And if anything goes along in the chat, I will send you to the Echo Arena and VRML mods to be dealt with. So please play nice in the chat at all times, or I'll just put the screenshots through. Say we'll be probably screenshotting that, as it is 2-7. Getting some points on the board. Last Centurions, Clean Mike taking it in for a 2.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He's going to be sent forward with Kaz picking up. Kaz to ID to hold it through. Kevin's going to try and send it forward to Luke. Luke is going to make a reset though to Kaz. Kaz is going to try and push forward as best as he can with Helium on his tail. Helium's going to make him pass to Kevin. Kevin's going to try and pass to ID again. Gonna be pressured by Clean Mike. Bit of a juke on the floor to Kaz, but Kaz's not going to be there to receive it. Helium on his tail, he's going to grab it. Bit of a pick up though by Helium. Helium's going to clear it down deep. And he's going to be picked up though by the back stack, probably from Echo Japan. Bit of a stack race. Tipper going to be there to headbutt it in. Four to 7, 3-point game between these two teams. 3 minutes 50 left on the clock as we go into it. Last Centurions and Echo Japan. Who will come out on top? Will be an interesting one to see. He's going to try and pass left to Luke, but is going to be stopped. Kevin's going to pick it up instead. Is going to be sent across to ID. ID is going to try and pick it up, but Helium is going to be there instead. But Kevin is going to pass across, intercepted by the Nest, but Luke is going to be there. Luke to ID. ID is going to slam it in for a 2. 4 to 9. Is going to absolutely show their dominance as they push forward with this round. 3 minutes left on the clock. 3 minutes 10 as of the clock on as of now. 4 to 9 as it will be pushed forward to Helium. Helium will be trying to push forward as it is past Clean Mike. Clean Mike going for the short 2. It's going to be stopped though by Echo Japan. Echo Japan is going to be past to Kevin. Kevin is going to try a bit of a weird pass though. I'm going to tell where it is in my sound, but my sound seems to be a little bit scuffed at the moment. It was picked up by Kaz. Kaz is going to juke it out and try and get it in as close as he can to goal, but Kevin is going to be there to receive it. Slip it in for another 2. 2 minutes 40 left in the clock adds it back goal.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Bit of a pass right to Tipper. Bit of an aggressive pass though by Kevin. Kevin's going to pick it up. Off by Shara. Shara's going to hold it. Bit of a stationary pass to Helium. Not Helium, Clean Mike. Clean Mike's going to hold it for a little bit. Bit of a stun out though. Is going to be picked up though by ID. ID's going to send it right back into Lone Centurion's half. Bit of a backstack though. Is going to be stacked up by ID and Kaz and Luke and all the members of Echo Japan pushing forward for the disc. Trying to absolutely keep the pressure on as much as they can. Excuse me. That seemed to deteriorate every round. As we go into this, Kevin will be pushing forward with the disc, but it will be intercepted though by Shara. Shara's going to juke around with the disc, maybe on the go a little bit. Bit of a weird pass though by Kevin. Kevin to Shara. Helium is on the pole waiting for a pass. Is going to be stacked up though with Clean Mike. Clean Mike is going to intercept for the pass. He's going to grab it though, but Helium is going to pick it up. Ready for the path though is going to be Clean Mike going down to try and intercept it off of the 3 Echo Japan players there. Going for a long bounce off of Nest, almost going to make it. He's going to be picked up though, but a bit of an intercept though by Shara and Helium pushing for the disc as hard as they can as there is a minute left on the clock as of now. This is do or die for this team as they are going into the final seconds of this round. Shara is going to hold it and try and send it down. They're playing a bit more slower, a bit more sluggish. That does not matter. 6 to 11. Clean Mike is going to sink that in 5 minutes away. 30 seconds off the clock as these guys come out of the tube. As we'll be holding this, sending it left. 6 to 11. Be some last second points on the board here as last Centurions push forward, try and push hard as they are going all out on their offense. But it will be stopped by Cads playing the defensive on the goalie. Avian maybe going for some last second points. Last second 3 is almost going to make it, but it's going to ding it off the ring. Avian's going to try and go again with Luke going to go in and sink it in himself. 6 to 11. 6 to 13, sorry. And the win will go to Echo Japan. An interesting game from both players here, as we actually may relax for a bit and talk out both the games that just went down. This is an interesting one to see. Because we do only have 20 minutes. Actually, do we have longer than 20 minutes? I feel like we have longer than 20 minutes for the next match. Yeah, it's at 10:30. We got an hour. I may end it. Yeah, as we go forward, this will be an interesting one to see. It will be Asher and Cosmic Legion next. The MVP for this match will go to Luke VR. Kevin will have KVN will have the Interceptor with 10 interceptions. Quick reflexes will go to Tipu, as usual, with the fast eyes, fast reflexes as expected from the leader of Last Centurions. And Eagle Eye will come from Sharo with the great passes all the way downfield. Great game to see. It was, yes, they are Titan points. This is insane. 27. We got booted out. Us. That means we're out. Nope. We're not listening to a pop match. As those can get very chaotic very fast. Yes, that was a great game to see, great game to watch between both these teams. They both fought to the bitter end. A little bit over double point difference at the very end with Lost Centurions and Echo Japan. The first round was absolutely insane. It was great to see both teams fight it out. It was crazy. But anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed. As this was such a pleasure to cast this block, but we will have another match in roughly 15 minutes, which will be, I guess, the main title card between Astra and Cosmic Legion. See you guys all later. We'll see you soon.
And we're underway.
VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, Border Foods, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Rebuff Reality, and VRware.net.